So why athletics? I mean, it's a good question, but I think I've been explaining what I do for years, like in the wrong way, right? I've always tried to like not hide behind athletics and sports, but I really would just say, oh yeah, former athlete or all conference, or I played ball here, or whatever it is. And I think I've been trying to explain to people, what I do, what I've done, where I'm trying to go, what I want to build in the wrong light. And I think I care more about the people, like just learning about people, studying people and their behaviors and why they make certain decisions. And athletics just happen to be the most behavior based space, right? Because you have competitors, and then you have those who coach and teach, and then you have those who speak and talk, right? So it's like there are so many behaviors within this space that athletics just kind of kept me engaged. And I never really looked at it until I stopped playing, and I was like, okay, so what am I actually trying to build? So you jump into space of training, right? And you training, but I wasn't just doing like performance stuff. I was really trying to get people to get their mind right, because they were formerly injured, or they are coming off of a surgery, or whatever it is. So my mindset was always I'm trying to get them to see the other side of the injury, or how things can get better if they focus on the training. They can get past this level of depression. Then I thought about starting a program where you were helping athletes frame their mind around what college actually means, and how to look at themselves as more than just a 3 star, 2 star, no star. So I think I really started to look at the game a little different, because you hear the statistics of, oh yeah, 2% only make it. You see people going to depression and identity crisis and stuff like that, where you don't think that's okay, but you also say, hey, that's just part of the transition. So for me, everything that I've done in athletics has always been about learning people. Like even in high school, I went 4 high schools in 4 years in 4 different states, and all I want to do was just meet new people and make friends, and use sports as the tool to do that. And what I don't really think that building this brand, building this company, building my profession, becoming this level of practitioner was by accident, right? I was really good at sports, but I don't think I loved the sport as much as I loved hanging around the people. And it's kind of like, how many people are in those spaces where they're thinking like, oh, I'm doing this one thing, so I must be this thing, and I have to embrace and become this thing. And when you realize you get lost in this forever moving, multi-layered, complex world, and you don't have an identity, that you're trying to attach yourself to a part of the identity that changes yearly, it changes weekly, and you look at yourself and you say, man, who am I? And that's one of those things that I really have to sit back and say, if I'm going to build this company, if I'm going to build this brand and this enterprise, what am I building it for? And who am I'm building it for? You ask me all the time, who am I talking to? Who is my niche? Right? I don't have a niche, because people are people, humans are humans. I just love sports, right? So yes, I'm going to anchor what I'm doing in the athletic world, but when you think about athletics, it touches everything. Like there's so many crossovers and things of that nature. So I don't really look at me building a sports career or a sports brand or an athletic brand. I look at it as I'm building a brand and a company around the behaviors and the decisions that people make. And I want to understand why they make certain decisions, and what led them to even say, I'm gonna choose this route. Because you know me, I'm a firm believer there is no wrong decision. It's the decision you chose. You got to be okay with what comes after that. And even if the pressures are high or the stakes are high, you're going to make a decision based on the facts that you currently have. And people are going to judge you. They're going to say you made the wrong one because that's not the one that they would have made. But that's what makes it special, because it's like you're studying and you're learning how people are making decisions in high stakes environments. But it doesn't have to be just one environment. You don't have to like bottleneck or pigeonhole yourself into one environment. And it's kind of cool. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm just this guru or psychology expert, but I've been around thousands of people over the last 2 decades where I'm seeing them make certain decisions for their situation, their environment, or their future. And a lot of people don't agree with it. And I've always wondered, what environment has taught you more about people than any classroom? Because you like read a book and learn about people, but when you're around people in certain environments, you learn so much more about them. And that's why athletics is where my anchor is, because those environments change every season, every year, every month. So you're learning how people are making decisions in those spaces. So if I can really go back in time and ask myself one thing, it would literally be, are you monitoring the environments that people are making decisions in? Because they're not changing, the environments have changed, so the decisions have to change. And you can't blame them for not being the exact same in this environment, because in this environment it doesn't require this level of decision making or judgments or actions. So the more I dive deep into building out this company and building out this profession, aggregating all of the information that I have, the more I realize that athletics for me has always been a laboratory where I'm just studying people and just learning who does what, when they'll do it, what'll make them trigger or tick or change their mind. And that's always been fascinating to me. And I'm enjoying this space of athletics. I'm enjoying this space of the money side. I'm enjoying this space of the enterprise and the economics, because you get to see in each one of them different spaces, there's a different decision from the same person. They're going to make 4 different decisions based on the economics, the environment, the stakes at hand, the people involved. But you can't say they changed. They didn't change. The environment changed.